What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Two Guys, One Couch. We are back with the normal, the typical kid in LA. Welcome back, Gibby.
What's goody?
What's your day, man? Tell us about that Rams game the other day real quick.
Man, that was crazy. Honestly, the environment there was something. I've only been to like a handful of games, so that game was legit. The stadium's legit. The fans are legit. And yeah, it was awesome, though. Good experience.
I mean, shit, that big-ass new stadium. That's why I wanted to ask, because I'm like, that's just crazy. I've just seen pictures and shit.
Yeah, that was your first game at SoFi, but it wasn't your first time at SoFi, right?
Yeah, I had a tour
My fault.
December, and that's why, like, after that tour, I was like, I got to.
Man, my boy, he's a rapper, so, he's on tour type shit.
Yeah, Gibby's always on the move, that's for sure.
What if you were actually like a rapper producer and you're just on your shit just...
I'm down.
Yeah, I was going to say...
I feel like that's the best lifestyle. You can't get hurt or anything, you know?
Yeah.
Well...
Unless you're Post Malone.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
That shit is crazy.
But either way, SoFi Stadium is where Gibby was at on Sunday. That's where the NFL season started. And the NFL season continues into Week 3. Thursday Night Football is always the first game on the list. And I am now controlling our advanced stats, or keeping track of our advanced stats. So on Thursday Night Football, me and Gib are at 1-1. Marco has not missed. We are picking an NFC North game, which me and Gibby have not missed yet, but Marco has one miss. I'm not going to do too much of that. I just want to start using it. So it starts off with Mitch Trubisky and the Pittsburgh Steelers, now 1-1, going to Cleveland, the Dog Pound, or as me and Gibby say, the Pog Pound.
I've never heard that one.
They are taking on the... Are they 1-1? Yeah, 1-1 Cleveland Browns, who beat the Carolina Panthers, but blew a lead against the New York Jets. Anybody want to start this one? It's not the prettiest of games. We went from Buffalo at Rams on Thursday night to Chargers at Chiefs on Thursday night to now Steelers at Browns.
I'm going to just go ahead and say it. I think I'm going to go Cleveland. I'm going to go Dog Pound.
He's going with the Pog Pound.
Simple as that.
Okay.
Go ahead, Joe.
Honestly, last week, I picked against New England, and they won, and that's the worst feeling you can get. But I still like this Pittsburgh team, so I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Okay. He's going with Pitt.
Crap.
This motherfucker's stuck. 1-1. Break the tie, Gib. Who you going with?
Did Pittsburgh win last week?
They lost to the Patriots. Nelson Aguilar absolutely sunned that DB.
Nelson Aguilar went crazy.
Sunned him.
Yeah, we watched that catch live.
I think I'm going to go with the Pog Pound.
Pog Pound. So the week starts with against the grain.
That's crazy. I don't know why I just did that, but if I was in Cleveland and I was watching the game, I'd be in there fucking just barking my head off. Just
So fun fact, I actually keep track of against the grains, and I am 2-2 when doing it. So this could either put me below 500 or above it. But we go to the 12 o'clock games. This one I will say because it's actually cleaner. Me and Marco 8-7, Gibby 9-6. So far the best one at the 12 o'clock games, even though it's his least favorite window of football.
Hate him.
It starts. It's for him 10 a.m. We call it the noon games. It will never not be the noon games to me. It starts off with the Saints, now 1-1, going to Carolina. The Saints have played 3 straight divisional teams in a row. Does Carolina start off 0-3, or do the Saints start off? Do the Saints start off 1-2? Who wins? That's the better way for it. I don't know why I went that direction.
I think the Saints are going to win that one.
I'm going to echo that. I think the Saints are going to win too.
Well, this one's going to be a clean sweep. Go ahead.
Fuck Atlanta.
Fuck Atlanta?
Marshawn Lattimore.
Marshawn Lattimore. You lagged a little bit.
Yeah,
So I was like, damn, he's dissing Atlanta already. Fuck.
Hey, shout out Mike Evans though. That boy rides for Tom Brady. You seen that clip? That clip is like, it's Tom Brady. What the fuck you want me to do?
I was going to say that I genuinely, and I picked New Orleans, but I thought New Orleans was going to win that game, especially the way it was going, until that fight. Yeah. That fight started something in the Buccaneers. They're going to be raw now, and I'm down for it. But I'm going with the Saints just because Carolina has not been playing good, and I know they need to win eventually because they're not the worst team in the NFL, but the Saints are better. We go to potentially 2 of the worst teams in the NFL. One team, me and Gibby, don't really think they're that bad, but It's the Houston Texans, 0-1-1, traveling to Chicago to take on our Bears.
I'm going to let you boys go first.
All right, I'll start this one off. I think, yes, Chicago lost, and it was by a decent margin, but there was more hope in that game against the Packers than I felt in a while. Because if Justin... This is what I'm saying, is I knew the Packers were going to win the whole time, but it was the first time that by the time the fourth quarter came around, I wasn't like, oh, it's over, let me go play Madden.
I mean, you still... What was the score for that game, though?
Like, what, 24-10?
24-7. 24-10.
27-10.
27-10.
27-10. Well, at the end, they get another field goal. That's what made it that, because it was 24-10, which is what I'm saying is, if Justin Fields is given that touchdown, and I'm not saying if he gets that touchdown, Bears win.
Yeah.
If he gets that touchdown, we're in a one-score game in the fourth quarter.
That is true.
So that's what I'm saying is that, like, the Bears had all those Bears mistakes that they always do against the Packers and didn't really get fucked up this time. And I know the Packers aren't as good, but, like, that for me is promise for the Bears. They beat Lovey in his homecoming, and they go to 2-1 to shock the fucking world.
I'm with you when you're right. I can go Bears down.
I will say this. Fuck the Bears last week because obviously the Packers beat them, but I had Bears plus 15.5, and that shit missed. So fuck you, Bears. But I'm riding with y'all this week. I think Chicago Bears at home at Soldier Field. Go Bears.
Yeah, being at home definitely helps. It's crazy to hear him say the Bears are going to win this week. So far, Gibby, and I want you to know this because this is our division. This is where we grew up. I'm 4-0 when picking an NFC North team to win, and you're 3-0 when picking an NFC North team to win. So far when we pick our boys from our home division, they win. Marco, you did miss one. You picked San Fran to beat, or no. You picked Green Bay to beat Minnesota, which is a fair pick. But we go from the NFC North to the AFC in general, and these two teams had two very different weeks last week. Gibby, you're going to start this one off. It's your boy Patrick Mahomes. He's going to Indianapolis to play the Colts, who just got dicked by the Jaguars.
By the Jaguars.
Do the Colts start off with no wins through 3 weeks, or do they finally put a stop to Patrick Mahomes' hot start?
That's a good game to go watch. Now, but...
He's back in
Fly out here. Fly out
He's
here.
back in town this week.
But,
Is he?
I think so.
come on.
I think so. I don't want to leak his location, but I think
What?
so. Aren't you back?
I'm in Chicago tomorrow morning.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm
Hey, what's up? I'm going to be back home this weekend, too.
I have nothing to do this weekend. We could slide.
I'm back till Tuesday.
Ooh, run it. I'd be down. I'd be down. I'd be down. I'd be down. I'd be down.
Soon. But, let me say, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I want to say I was going to put that as a lock, but, I mean, in my mind, it's a lot of scoring because I think they're going to shit on them. And I have a prediction that Juju Smith's going to catch a touchdown, baby.
Okay.
Juju Smith gets a touchdown this week.
I think it's his first one.
Yeah. Damn, Juju doesn't have a touchdown in the season yet?
I don't think so.
Whoa. I'm going to go with Gabe, too. I think the Chiefs are going to fucking absolutely shit on the Colts. My guy, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, is going to have a nice game for himself. He's been having a good amount of those, so.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been playing great. Kansas City's been playing great. Juju has not. I have another prediction for Juju Smith-Schuster. He records 2 catches, and that's it. Nothing else. I think he continues to struggle. I think Justin Watson and McCole Hardman become his 1 and 2 receivers, along with Kelsey, obviously. And I think Kansas City goes to 3-0, because if you recall the last week, I said Indy's going to start terrible and get better. They're going to win like 8 of their last 10 or something like that to win their division, but they're going to start terrible. What is going on in my spreadsheet right now? No, not white. Reset. Big difference. All right. This should be a much better game than that. By the way, that game is only $74 as of now. But we're going to go to a much better game than that. It is our favorite team in the NFL in terms of how good they are, the Buffalo Bills. And they're going to Miami to play the craziest team of the weekend.
Facts.
Are you riding with Tua's hot streak, or are you trusting Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs? And, I mean, that defense. We got to give that defense.
I'm going with Bills
its fucking
Mafia.
credit.
Bills Mafia is just going to, like, honestly, the way Josh Allen is playing, crazy. That defense is good as fuck.
Right.
Stephon Diggs is good as fuck.
He is.
I think Gabriel Davis going to be back?
Gabriel Davis as of now should be back.
So it just even adds more reason to why the Bills are going to win. It's going to be a good game, though.
I do agree.
I'm not even the biggest Tua fan, but he's been proving me wrong. But I'm gonna still go with Miami. With the Bills. I wanted to go Miami though, but
hey, you rocked with Miami last week. I thought you were crazy for that shit, but you were actually right. So
yeah, and it's crazy because when I was rewatching that podcast, you had said I'm not the biggest Tua guy, but I think Miami wins this one, and I got to admit that Tua is proving just about everybody wrong right now, including myself. We don't pretend like we don't get things wrong here. We admit to it.
I mean, shit.
And this is one of them.
Damn near 500 yards, like.
Damn near 500 yards, 6 tutties, and a clutch performance. Like, I get that Baltimore slightly choked, but it's just a clutch performance in general. Yeah. It's impressive, and I so badly want to give Josh Allen the Tom Brady treatment and say that Miami's going to win this game because they're playing in Miami early on in the season in the heat. But I think Josh Allen's running ability is the difference. And I'm still rocking with the Buffalo defense being probably the best defense in the one of the best defense in the league, while still being an underrated defense because obviously everyone focuses on Josh Allen and Stephon. So I'm running with Buffalo, and it's more from their defensive performance. Josh Allen doesn't have that great of a game this week.
Okay.
So this one, honestly, like last week I would have thought it was worse of a game, but this one actually might turn out to be a good one. It's Detroit at Minnesota. Which if you guys recall, this is the game that gave Detroit their first win last year, wasn't it? They beat Minnesota on a last-second Amon-Ra touchdown.
I don't remember, to be honest.
And then they beat the Cardinals, I think. So Detroit has beaten Minnesota when they were worse. Detroit looked good last week. Minnesota not so much. Who are you rocking with, Gib? Are you rocking with Gritty Boy, or are you rocking with the Gritty Boys?
Man, Kirk Cousins looked like shit yesterday.
But that is primetime Kirk Cousins.
That is primetime Kirk Cousins.
I really feel like if I got one drive, I can throw a ball, but obviously I don't fucking know. But it's like, damn, that dude sucked. But I'm going to go with Minnesota, though.
You're going to go with who?
Minnesota.
Let's get it. Margo?
You go first.
I'll go. I love Detroit. I really do. But this isn't primetime Kirk Cousins. And this is a much better Minnesota Vikings squad than what they played against Philadelphia. I think it's easier than I presented it to be. I'm going Minnesota.
Okay. I think, for me, I could be wrong, but I really fuck with this Lions team. I think Aiden Hutchinson is going to have a day. I'm riding with Detroit. Fuck it, give me the Lions.
Marco, for the first time today.
I don't think I would have ever said that in my life, but
Marco goes against the grain here, and he is 1-2 when going against the grain. Hopefully he pulls the 500.
Okay. He won't put it as a lock, though.
Nah, I'm not putting that shit as a lock.
Oh, yeah. Lock-wise, me and Marco are 1-1. Gib, a clean 2-0. The inventor of the lock of the week is still clean in 2022.
I missed the helmet.
The helmet was a nice touch. That was really the unique part of it.
You got to get like a hat and put like a logo on. Like you do, like, honestly, you have the hat backwards, and then you just...
Oh, that would be sick.
Oh, that's a nice one. Okay.
Yeah, you should have taken that for yourself, low-key. But...
Low-key.
Here's a team...
Thank you.
Here's a team that I really liked last week, and they blew it, versus a team that I didn't like so much, and they won it. It is the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar taking on Bill Belichick. Not even going to give Mac Jones the introduction. I'm going to give it to Bill. And the New England Patriots in Foxborough. I'll start. Fuck it. I like the Ravens to win the division. I like Lamar Jackson a lot, and he's playing out of his mind. They don't have the firepower to fuck with this Ravens team. The Patriots don't. And they're both coming off opposite weeks for the same reason I picked against Miami so easily. I'm going to pick for Baltimore. When you have that heartbreak of a loss, you come out firing. So I'm going with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I'm going to echo that too. I'm fucking with the Ravens.
I'm with Truz.
Gib finally picks against New England? Yeah, I believe he picked New England both weeks, didn't he? Yeah, Gibby's picked New England each week. He doesn't pick them this week. Here's a team we've picked both weeks. In both weeks, we've gotten it wrong. It's the AFC defending champion Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Joe Flacco-ville to take on the surprisingly 1-1 New York Jets. I am not starting this one.
Fuck it. I'll start this one. I think the Bengals have to have a game where they're going to turn it around at one point. Like, right now, they haven't looked like the typical Bengals. Joe Burrow hasn't looked like himself. That team just, I don't know what has been going on. I think they get their shit together this game.
Okay.
I'm riding with Cincy.
I'm with you. Joe
Burrow, who remains on Los Niños, gets another chance in the pick'ems. Man, me and Marco are 1-5 when picking an AFC North team. And this scares the fuck out of me. But if I have to be 1-6, I'm going to be 1-6. I'm going with the Bengals, and I'm going with the bold prediction that Jamar Chase has over 110 yards and 2 touchdowns this week.
Wow. 2 touchdowns?
2 touchdowns this week. For one
Flip
reason.
that.
It's not even because he's good against the Jets. It's because of how he was acting last week when Joe Burrow continued to struggle against the Cowboys. Because Jamar was open on a lot of plays, and it seemed like Joe Burrow was just intentionally not throwing to his side. So I think they're going to figure something out with that, and he's going to return to being a wide receiver 1, top of the league. And I just went off this page, so give me a second. All right. We're going to the NFC East here. Everybody's favorite division. And we're going with, and I would make this my lock of the week just to say fuck you to Washington 3 weeks in a row, but it's too easy of a game to pick. It's Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders at FedEx Field, if that's still the name of that field, in Washington, D.C. Actually, I think they're in Landover, Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah.
That is the worst stadium ever.
Yeah, I mean, historically, not really much about it. No one really knows.
Yeah, I don't know.
And obviously all the injuries, but they're playing there this week, and someone has to win the game. Well, they don't have to. We learned that.
Facts.
Are you going with the NFC favorite Eagles or the team that just lost to Detroit?
I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Gibby's flying.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I think the Commanders are the worst team.
I still have Seattle as the worst team.
I think...
Because I think Washington's defense is at least better than Seattle's.
Yeah.
Who do you got at worst?
I'd probably put Seattle, too, to be honest.
But you're going Philly in this one.
Yeah. Fly, Eagles, fly.
You two are flying. I'm the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly, indeed.
We all graduated as Eagles.
That's right.
We fly. Birds of feather flock together.
What he said. We're gonna go to a game that has 2 0-2 teams, but
Crazy.
both teams made the playoffs last year. It's the Raiders at the Tennessee Titans. Does Derrick Henry bounce back, or does Derek Carr?
So ugly. I'll go first.
Right.
I'll go first. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. That was a fluke last week. They got lucky.
Facts. I'm for the same reason. I think that shit was fluky last week. I think the Raiders. Devontae has a big day. My guy, shout out, go crazy, Tay. I miss you. Packers miss you. Go Raiders.
Raiders. I would love to pick the Raiders, but there's one guy who's finally going to make his presence felt, and he's going to win the game on his own. He's going to rush for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns like he did in the game against when Gibby played James and Madden. No, he's not actually going to do that. It's going to be the Derrick Henry show. And it's going to be the Tennessee Titans
What?
finally grabbing a
That's
win.
crazy.
And the Raiders go to 0-3, and they have to figure shit out. And a huge storyline becomes, does Aaron Rodgers need Devontae, or does Devontae need Aaron Rodgers?
Ooh.
But we'll get to the Green Bay later, because they have a big game coming up in the 3 o'clock window.
I do want to say
Probably
this,
the
though,
game of the
real-
weekend.
I do want to say this real quickly, though. It was crazy because this motherfucker had LV typed in Excel and then just went over and was like Tennessee.
Well, it was
wow.
because
I thought you were going to...
It was because when Gibby said it, I accidentally typed it into the first box, but I forgot I'm first row. I had that picked the whole way. Do I go 3 weeks in a row picking Jacksonville? Well, in the intro, I'm going to give you my answer. I don't. They go to SoFi Stadium to play the Chargers, and I think they get absolutely dicked.
What do I say? I'm with you when you're right, Jolingo.
I shout out that. Times three.
Well, the other LA team, they play a team who had a crazy game last week, Gibby's Rams take on James's Arizona Cardinals in the battle of the West Coast G-Boys. Gibby, are you getting the win, or is the hometown James Hanna Arizona Cardinals coming back from down 20 to win in overtime gonna take the game?
That's okay.
This is one of two great games in the second window.
No.
And in my opinion, the second
that's
best.
tough. That's a tough one for me. Because I like Arizona on Madden. That's my team, one of my teams. Kyler Murray went crazy. He got struck. You saw that?
Yeah, he got smacked. That was crazy.
He got struck by
Kyler Murray. When he was celebrating some people.
Oh, I didn't see that, nah.
Crazy shit.
For the culture, I'm going to go LA.
LA boy goes LA Rams, and I agree with him because I think Arizona getting that big win was huge for them because it let them not go 0-3. And I think they're going to come off of a week that they did such craziness that they come out a little slow. And the difference between the Raiders in Vegas and the Rams in LA is you can't come out slow against the Rams. Mm-hmm. Atlanta proved that. Atlanta had a crazy ending. You don't always get a blocked punt and a Cooper Kupp fumble in the last 5 minutes. They did.
Crazy.
They still lost. Going with the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams too. It's as simple as that. Don't got to say much about it. Shout out to G-Leg.
Speaking of that team that almost beat at LA last week, the Jesus Christ, I suck right now. I was going hot for a little bit announcing them. The Atlanta Falcons. Do they grab their first win of the season going to CenturyLink Field and taking on what me and Marco just called the worst team in the NFL, the Seattle Seahawks?
I'll go first. Shout out ATL. I think that team is going to go crazy. I think Kyle Pitts finally has a little more production. I know a lot of people have been questioning him because he just hasn't done shit. I just think Drake London's a dog.
Yes.
Just picked him up in fantasy. I fuck with him.
Coming out hot.
Shout out Atlanta. Shout out Atlanta.
USC, baby. He's USC.
Thanks.
ATL Jacob. ATL Jacob. It's easy for me. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. I think they have been playing surprisingly well, almost beating the Saints.
Yeah, facts.
Almost beating the Rams. And now they finally get a game where if they come out as hot as they have the other two games and play as hard, I think it's an easy one.
Yeah, I mean, look, just really quickly, I wanted to say this. They lost to the Saints 27-26 week 1. They lost to the Rams 31-27 week 2. They've had good games against good Saints
squads.
good squads. They're playing Seattle. They're -2. Seattle's -2. So I feel like for me it's
what's promising about both those
Atlanta.
scores you just said is they scored 20-plus points against two really good defenses. And
Facts.
New Orleans might not be that good, but their defense is. Gib, Atlanta, or your old team, your Hawks, when you used to fuck with Dangerous?
ATL Jacob. They texted me. They left me out or whatever the fuck Geno Smith said.
They wrote me off, but I didn't write back. Yeah.
And I think that ATL is going to whoop that ass.
Ooh.
ATL is going to whoop that ass.
Talk your shit.
Well,
Hey,
guys.
that flight schedule is crazy, though. Because they just went to LA, now they're back to ATL, now they're going back to Seattle.
That is a lot.
That is crazy.
That is a lot.
I didn't even think about that.
All right. In the 3 o'clock window, I'm 6-3. Marco's 4-5. Gibbs 5-4.
Wow.
And we have one last game to pick, and it's the hardest game of the week to pick. It's the Green Bay Packers. Gibby's going to go first. He's pointing to himself.
I'm going last.
It is Marco's Green Bay Packers. This is a legendary quarterback battle. Aaron Rodgers and his one ring is traveling to Tampa Bay to take on Tom Brady's 7, one of them in Tampa Bay. Is it going to be the Packers? Or is it going to be the Buccaneers? Gib, the floor is yours.
I was thinking about doing this. I wasn't. I was kind of in the middle because I wanted to do it for the later one. But I'm going to give you my lock of the week now.
Wow.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. And, yeah, it's going to be a shit show for Aaron Rodgers.
Marco wants to go last. And I think I'm going to put him against the grain here. I said something earlier because this would have been a much harder game for me to decide had New Orleans pulled off that win. That fight started something for this team, and I truly think that Tampa Bay, of course, has the better roster. They just have too much for Aaron Rodgers to overcome. And Tampa Bay goes 3-0 to start the year.
Wow. Okay. I think for me, I'm trying really my hardest to be about the pick'ems and not be biased.
Right. I'm excited.
Because I understand that there are times where, like, you got to ride for your team, but I think that Mike Evans' suspension is going to fuck with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going with the Packers. Let's fucking go. Aaron Rodgers is going to get another game. He has some momentum after Chicago. Mike Evans being out is a big factor. A lot of people missing out on. Tom Brady already shown a lot of frustration. A lot of shit going on. Giselle is up his ass. I'm like, I don't know what's going on there, but Aaron Rodgers is going to get his shit together. That receiving core is getting their shit together. Alan Lazard is back. We got one of the best running back duels in the league. Give me the Green Bay Packers, baby. Give me the Green Bay Packers, baby.
Okay.
Did you hear about his suspension?
What happened?
So like the people who who's in charge of that shit?
The league office, like Roger Goodell and all that?
Yeah. So somebody in there that could appeal it or whatever has ties with the Packers, so they're definitely gonna suspend this motherfucker for sure because they're trying to appeal it, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
League ties.
A lot of politics.
A lot of politics.
Bullshit.
Well, there's no politics in the Sunday night football game. There's two teams.
Yo.
One of them comes from the San Francisco 49ers, and the other one started off the season by saying, Broncos country, let's ride, and then losing to the Seattle Seahawks. Is it the Jimmy G show, or does Russ cook and finally give Denver a winning record?
I'll go last.
Marco, you want to start this one off for us? Or do you want me to go?
This one's tough. I don't... So, look, I'm going to walk you through my thought process. I fuck with Jimmy G. I fuck with Trey Lance heavy.
Right.
It's unfortunate to hear that he had a season-ending injury. Like, shout out, P's and Q's to him. Like, damn, my fault. But at least they have Jimmy G there as a backup. Good thing they re-signed them. I think that team had a good backup plan with having Jimmy G, and they look good. On the same path, I'm thinking, like, Russell Wilson has to, at some point, win a game. Like, they're 0-2. They have the weapon.
1-1. They beat Houston.
Oh. I'm tripping.
But he played like shit against Houston.
Yeah.
Until the ending.
And I fuck with that 49ers defense. Fuck it, I think I'm going San Fran.
Gibby, your pick.
I'm going to go with Frisco. Jimmy G. Because I'm G.
You know what? They play like shit.
Pause.
But I think it's Pat Surtain. Oh, he's going to be out, right?
Yes, he's out.
Well, that just changed my entire pick. I'm going San Francisco. I was going to say Pat Surtain and Bradley Chubb were going to single-handedly win this game for them.
Yeah.
I had Pat Surtain absolutely shutting down Deebo Samuel and forcing Jimmy G to give the ball to Brandon Ayuk and letting the rest of the defense take care of that. But if he's out and Jerry Jeudy's out,
yeah.
I just don't think Russ can cook enough anymore.
Yeah.
He didn't cook like he back in his days. But either way, we go for a clean sweep on Sunday Night Football where we have not gotten it wrong, I believe. Yeah, we're all 2-0. To a game where we're all 2-1. We got the opening week wrong with Dangerous. It's the Dallas... This is the Gibby Bowl on Monday Night Football.
The Gibby Bowl.
It is the Dallas Cowboys, led by 1-0 Cooper Rush, taking on the 2-0 New York Giants in MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Doesn't beat it.
That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a real good game.
Gibby will go last since it is the Gibby Bowl. I will go first. And the one word that I will say that will win this game is defense. Oh my God, he must be talking about Micah Parsons and Trevon Diggs. No. I'm talking about the Giants' defense. I really like the way they look. I really think they're going to keep them in ball games, in a lot better of games than this. And, you know, I get Monday Night Football under the lights is a big deal. That's when playmakers come out. Micah Parsons is going to have a game, but it's not going to be enough for Dallas. And I think Julian Love has another big fourth quarter play. He had the game-winning sack against Baker. I don't think he has a game sealer this week, but I think he has a big play in the fourth quarter that will give him his respect in prime time. Shout out our boy Julian. Shout out them Giants. They start off 3-0 to create a fake race with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow. Okay. I like the pick. I really fuck with the pick. I think you're right. That Giants defense doesn't get enough credit.
They do not.
Julian Love's doing his thing. First year as a captain.
We love it.
Showing out.
Leaders step up.
This is a tough pick. I'm not even going to lie. This is tough. Because I do like the Giants a lot. I'm glad that Saquon is doing his thing again. I just think that I have to go Dallas. I'm gonna be honest. I think I have to go Dallas just because I like their weapons. I like that Cooper. I like what they're doing with Cooper Rush.
Okay.
They had a win again with them.
They're playing much smarter football with Cooper Rush.
Yes. I like how they look with Cooper Rush, and you got to respect some of that defense on Cowboys.
Right.
I'm gonna ride with the boys.
Before Gib goes, last week, pull up the clip, Joey, when you edit this. I said that Cooper Rush was not a starting quarterback in the NFL, and that they were going to get smoked by the Cincinnati Bengals. And every time they showed the game, he was playing smart. And no, I don't think he's like some sort of crazy talent, but the man is a smart quarterback, and I'm giving him his props. He just doesn't get it done. Gibby, pick the game that was created for you on Monday night.
If it was a Sunday night, I'd splurge.
I believe this was the game where this is the exact situation where OBJ had the OBJ catch, right? Dallas, New York on Sunday night?
Sunday night.
Yeah, Dallas, New York on Sunday night. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm saying if it was Sunday night, it would just blow my mind.
That's true.
You should just switch it right now.
I'd be down. Right now. With San Fran Denver, give Denver another...
Yeah, they really should. The San Fran Denver's more of a Monday night game.
Yeah, that feels Monday night.
That's a Monday night game.
Usually Monday nights are kind of ass, but lately, nah.
It's weird that this week they're going back to just one game Monday night and the last.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I have no idea what the. Keep it consistent, NFL. Yeah. Keep it consistent. Doing too much.
Yeah. Give us like a Tuesday or some shit.
I actually saw a tweet about that earlier today. I don't know how I feel about it. I like the Monday, Thursday, Sunday. I get where people are coming from with the Tuesday. I don't know. That could be a topic of conversation later.
But damn, this is tough, man. Because I want to see my guys, but I got guys on guys over there. No, shit. I think I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Wow. You like guys on guys?
I just think they're a more complete team. Simple.
I like the pick. All right, as always, I'm gonna do the quick recap. Wait, me and Mark have to pick a lock of the week first.
Oh, my lock's easy. I was gonna go with Philly over Washington.
Boring ass lock.
I don't think that's that boring. I think it's gonna be that Washington defense is like, it's solid. It's a solid defense.
Stop it.
I'm being serious.
All right, my lock of the week. Chicago over Houston.
Wow. Okay.
I think that's right in the fucking books now. Lovie Smith is not coming back and winning. Eberflus has got this team playing right. They're just not playing great yet. So, this brings us to our quick recap, which I'll try to do pretty quickly here. I got Pittsburgh on Tuesday night. I got Pittsburgh on Thursday night. These two got Cleveland. We're all going to New Orleans. The Bears, me locking them up. Kansas City, Buffalo. And then the Minnesota game, me and Gibby rocking with Minnesota. But Marco going with Detroit. We all go with Baltimore. We all go with Cincinnati. We all go with Philly. You guys go with the Raiders. And I go with the Tennessee to get their first win. We rock with both LA teams. Atlanta, ATL Jacob come through for us. In the Battle of the Bays, me and Gibbs got Tampa Bay. Marco goes, for some weird reason, the Green Bay Packers. And then in prime time, we all rock with the Niners. Me and Gibby rock with the New York Football Giants. While Marco says Cooper Rush goes to 2-0 with the Dallas Cowboys.
Facts, I like it. So, Gibby, no against the grains this week. Just me and you, we both got 2.
Yeah, so we both got 2. Last week, you had no against the grains, Marco. Again, we're doing these advanced metrics now. One thing that's always fun to look at is who's doing the best. So in red zone times, me and Gibby have been doing better than Marco. And in prime times, we've all been doing the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that one game difference that we have right now, these numbers will obviously get a lot better when the season goes longer. But for now,
I like it.
This is where we're at. One thing I want to say is when we all pick the same team, we've gotten 13 right and 7 wrong. So our clean sweeps are true potential locks. And speaking of locks, Gibby currently leads, and that is the end of the pick'ems.
I like that shit.